As we open up this week and we are completing this month, as I had said in the beginning, this week has been truly a week in which there has been an experience, an expression of humanity in all of its glory and in all of its darkness. And I've struggled for a couple of days trying to come to a point of how was it I wanted to address everything that was going on this week and be respectful of everyone's thoughts and awareness and consciousness, and what is it that is mine to do. For even though in my mind there are days when I want to fix the world. I think that I want to pull out that magic wand or have that right and perfect spiritual mind treatment where the word that I would speak would then create a world that works for all, and everything would be just as I had imagined it to be. And yet I know that as long as we are in this world, that there is a lot of expression that's going on and a lot of different feelings that are going to be happening. And I'm just wanting to acknowledge that Spirit is bringing us forth and giving us an opportunity to open up our consciousness and come into a place in which we are bringing forth that greater truth of what I know who we are. The message that I want to focus on and speak to today is not about the behaviors or the actions that we are doing in our humanness around the world, but I want to talk about the principles that we teach here in Science of Mind. And if we are truly going deep within and anchoring into that divine presence of who we are and living this principle and practicing this truth that we speak, then I know that we will bring forth a greater experience and a greater expression in the world. And I know that there are a lot of humans that are populating this planet, and so as long as there are as many of us as there are, we're going to have these expressions that bring in the entire experience of being in the humanity. I don't understand the whole cosmos of what Spirit wants to bring out of this experience, but I know that it's coming from a place of love. And therefore, if we can be in a place of love, then truly I believe that we can move beyond this idea of anything that looks less than whole, perfect, and complete. That the fear that is going on in the world in so many places, the hate that is being expressed in so many places, all of this is coming out of that humanity that has not yet awakened to the truth that God is within each and every one of us. There is truly a divine nature expressing itself into the individualized personalities of each and every person here. And so if we can remind ourselves of the truth of who we are, if we can remember that expression that the meek shall inherit the earth, I think that we will understand that it's not meek in the sense of weakness or laying down and allowing others to just run over us, but it's in that sense of coming from a place of compassion, coming from a place of love, coming from a place of understanding that all of us are going to go through challenges. All of us are going to have our moments of despair. All of us are going to, at some time or another, feel some sense of disharmony or dis-ease. And yet we know that our true nature, the depth of our soul, the eternal part of who we are from where we come from, is that place of perfection. And in order to reveal more of that in our life, to reveal more of that in our experience, then we need to come from a place of love. That if we can join together in love, if we can join together in peace and harmony, then we truly will bring about a greater experience. So I'm inviting each and every one of us to enter into that place of love whenever you see something that's going on that doesn't feel like it's right, that doesn't feel like it's the appropriate behavior, but to look beyond that, look deeper into the soul of who we are, each and every one of us, and look for that place of love and peace and joy. I have another slide that I would like to bring up here. The arms and the hands represent the individual's ability to grasp ideas, to uphold one's conviction of the truth, to reach out and grasp reality, to be a partaker of the divine benefits. These hands that each of us have represent our ability to grasp the idea, to grasp that concept of spirit, that there is a greater reality that is available to us. Ernest Holmes says that we cannot enter into this gate of good with a sword in our hands. That if we want to bring about peace in the world, that we need to come from a place of love. We need to come from a place of peace and harmony and compassion. There's a work that is coming out of Brene Brown in her book, Dare to Lead. And she says, integrity is choosing courage over comfort. It's choosing what's right over what's fun, fast, or easy. And it's practicing your values, not just professing them. It's easy to speak a lot of words. It's easy to ramble off all of the wonderful quotes and the readings and the writings that Ernest Holmes and so many others have given us. And we know that it's easy to quote scripture that can defend anybody's opinion or anybody's stance. It's easy to put out all of those words. What's really important is this idea that we stand in a place of courage, that we choose what's right over something that just may be fun or fast or easy, that we practice these values. We need to practice these values in our thoughts and in our words and in our actions every day. We can't just wish for something better to come along. We have to set our intention deep within the heart of our soul, deep within the very essence of our being, and declare that that right and that love and that justice and that peace and that prosperity is not only there for our individual self, but it's there for everyone. Because we live in this world and we know that we are so interconnected. We know this through the experience of this COVID virus that we've been dealing with over these last couple of months, that our interconnection is beyond any borders. It's beyond any walls or any ocean. There's nothing that holds it back. We are all interconnected, and instantaneously, the thoughts and the words and the actions of one individual is going to impact the entire planet and the world and all that is within it. So now is the time, if ever there was a time, for us to step forth into our values, step forth into the practices that we are bringing forth in this concept that we offer in our beloved community, within our centers, within the teachings of the science of mind. I'm feeling ever so grateful that I've been in this foundations class and facilitating the class, because it gives me an opportunity to once again enter back into the basics of the teachings of which we are promoting here. And as I do so, it anchors me and it balances me as I go through the day, and as I see all of the chaos that may be showing up in the world, that I'm able to find that place of balance and love within my heart. And so I just invite and encourage each of you, if you can find that book that inspires you, if you can find that video that or that music that brings the comfort into your soul, to daily use that practice of going someplace where you can be quiet and entering into a reading or a song or a video that takes you, even if momentarily, takes you into a place of love and compassion and understanding. Because it's important that each and every one of us practice this, and we practice it daily. Again, Ernest Holmes says, we are hypocrites if we try to give what we do not possess. This calls for a terrific soul searching, a complete inward healing, and by the same token, wherever we have first healed ourselves, we shall be able to heal and help others. If we are free from the blight of fear, we can help others to a place of faith. If our whole consciousness responds to love, our presence automatically will heal hate. I'm of the mind and of the consciousness that the only healing that can take place is one that comes out of a place of love, unconditional love for all that is. We can't limit the love of spirit. We cannot put any conditions upon that love. We cannot put any expectations of something in return in order for that love to heal its place. And we cannot enter into that place if there's hate or anger or some false belief that is still hanging out in our mind and in our hearts. We have to be able to look beyond the chaos. We have to look beyond the hate. We have to be able to look beyond all of the turmoil that's going on, and we have to see that behind all of this, that there is a greater presence, that there is a greater healing and love that is available to each and every one of us. And we are the ones that must be doing the practice. We're the ones that must come into that place of truth and understanding in order for it to be made so. The affirmation that I love to give out this day is that love guides my hands in divine right action. That whatever I do, whatever action I take, whatever behavior that I'm involved in, that representation, the hands which reach out and they grasp and they hold and they hug and they love and they soothe and they comfort, that these hands are guided by divine right action, so that I stay in that place of truth and harmony and peace and joy. So this week, as we have seen the chaos and the turmoil that is going on and around in the country, and these past few months where we've been dealing with this COVID-19 and the virus and all of the conditions and limitations that it has put upon us. And then we see this incredible achievement of humankind as it sends another rocket up into space and moving beyond this planet. The engineering and the science and the technology and the commitment that took in order for that to come off as smoothly as it has. I know that there are greater things yet for us to do. I know that there is a more powerful presence that is available to each and every one of us. I know that together, when we come together in love, that we can heal the hate that seems to want to leak out and run rampant in so many places today. That I know that we can do better than this. We are better than this. And so I just send my love out to each and every one of you and to all of those who are in your sphere of influence. So as you share that love with everyone around you, that truly we will bring forth a world that works for all. I bless you. Namaste. Thank you.